Welcome to Create, Educate, and Inspire. I'm that dude Stu, and in this video, we're gonna be checking out the Mono Creator's FlyBy Ultra Backpack, answering the two questions. One, is this worth $300? And two, is this the best, ultimate backpack for the DJ or producer who's constantly traveling? If you don't wanna stick around to the end of the video, here's the answers. One, is it worth 300 bucks? Absolutely. Two, is this the absolute best backpack ever made for a DJ or producer who's constantly on the road? Almost. Now, before we jump into checking out the FlyBy Ultra Backpack, I want to go through and have a look at the bag that I've been using for about the last 4 to 5 years and why I chose it. This is the Tumi Utility Backpack. Now, it's Tumi, so it was way too expensive. It was about 450 bucks, but after trying out a whole bunch of different backpacks, having a bunch break, having them wear out, just not having the features and the design that I wanted, I bit the bullet and I forked over the cash to get this. And this bag has been fantastic. But there are a few key features in the design of this bag that really influence my opinion of the FlyBy Ultra. So first are the side pockets. These pockets run the full length of the bag. This one here on the left-hand side is just a standard pocket, but it's super deep and they open from the top and zip all the way down. So if you wanted to, you could fit a rather large water jug in here. You could fit quite a bit of stuff because it runs the entire length of the bag. It's almost as if you were adding another third of the internal capacity to the outer sides of the bag. But this pocket on this side has a little secret trick. If we open it up, we see that there is a waterproof liner. And at the very bottom, there's a drain hole. So this comes in extremely handy. Let's say you have a wet umbrella. Maybe you have a cold drink or a cold water bottle that's going to sweat and get condensation. Maybe you have some dirty ass clothes or a wet towel and you need somewhere to put it. You can put it all in this side pocket and it allows any sort of excess water, one, to be protected from the bag, but two, it has the drain hole, so any sort of leakage is going to be controlled and just come right out the drain hole. On top of that, it's top loading, so you can fit a large amount of items inside of here. And then it just has a ton of pockets. The layout is really thoughtful. But there is an issue with this bag. When I started traveling a lot more, I started bringing more gear with me. And I decided to base my entire production around using complete control by Native Instruments because I like the fact that I can have all of my synths inside of one software and really quickly browse just through all the basses, and I'm making a selection off of the sound and not necessarily the instrument that I'm looking for. But when I picked up the M32 keyboard, which is my go-to travel keyboard, I realized it did not fit in this bag. So I needed to find something new that could accommodate the length of this keyboard. Enter the Mono Creator Ultra FlyBy Backpack. Now, right off the bat, yes, it does hold the M32 keyboard. It's a tight squeeze. You just have to pull the upper lip over it a little bit and it will fit in there and you can bring this keyboard with you. But let's take a look at some of the key features of this bag so we can understand why it actually is worth the $300 price tag. And if you're looking for a bag, you should seriously consider this bag. First off, the build quality on this is ridiculous. It's made out of ballistic nylon. Every single one of the zippers is going to have a water-coated sort of sleeve on top of it. And also one little detail that I think is incredible is all of the key stress points for the stitching are reinforced with rivets. So I've never seen this on any other bag, but on the top handle here, if we look close, there's rivets on both sides right here that actually lock the handle in. And then if we flip it around to the back, where there's a lot of stress on the backpack straps, there's an additional rivet right there that protects those backpack straps from having any extra wear and tear on the stitching. Now, right away, when you pick up this bag, you're gonna notice the build quality on it is second to none. This thing is built to last. On top of that, you can unclip the backpack straps and slide them behind the pad and then put the shoulder strap on here and have an over-the-shoulder bag as well. So it's multifunction, but the multifunction doesn't just stop there. With this bag, you're actually getting 2 bags in one. If we open this up right here, the zipper goes all the way around, and we are able to separate this single bag into 2 bags. This becomes a small portable laptop bag that actually has a zipper pocket in the front that you can carry a lot of stuff. You can carry cables, your charger, whatever you need. And then a pretty big interior, so you can just unzip this, take this on the go, and then leave all of your clothes that you're traveling with, maybe some of your gear that you don't want to be lugging around on a day trip, inside the main compartment, and then lock it up because it does have locks on the main zipper compartment right here. Essentially, you're getting 2 bags for the price of 1. When I first picked it up, I didn't think I'd appreciate that aspect as much as I do now, but I just got back from a little trip to Costa Rica, and this was my day pack, and this stayed in the hotel with all of my crap in it being super heavy, and I could just grab this little guy, go cruise around town, have a tiny little backpack to take with me, and then when it was time to go, we just reconnect them and we're all set. So let's check out the pocket arrangement, how the whole bag is laid out, and then that one area where if they just made that one little tweak, I think this would be the best bag that you could possibly buy. So let's start in the front of the bag. This lower pocket is where right now when I'm traveling, I keep my phone battery, all my charging cables, and kind of all the stuff that I constantly access. It's a really quick open zipper, and it actually will hold quite a bit of stuff. Now, right above that, we have a pocket that is more of, let's say, an organizing pocket. You have 2 pockets on the back area. One is concealed. The one in front of that is covered with a mesh. And then when you open it up even more, 2 pockets that are good for, let's say, your wallet or your keys, and then 2 slots for a pen. And if you're traveling international, always bring a pen. It is crucial. Now on the top front pocket, this is where I keep my sunglasses. This is where I keep my ear pods. This is where I keep stuff that I want a little bit more protected because it's higher up. It's not gonna get smashed on the bottom. Now, cool design feature on this top pocket, you can see that it actually has these little webs right here. So when you open it up and you have a ton of stuff in there, it won't flop open and dump everything out. It will keep it like contained inside of a little basket. Also, there's a nice little slot for you to put your ID if you want, or you can put business cards in there so you always have them ready to go. Now, the main compartment, you do have these side straps, and these side straps allow you to open the main compartment, but then not put all of the weight on the bag's seams because it's actually being held with these nylon straps right here. They're magnetic, so they're super fast and easy to unclick and open up, and they do come in handy to make sure your bag just doesn't flop open. Now, on the inside of the cover, we're gonna have a nice mesh pocket. Then we're gonna have these 2 large pockets. For me, I keep all my toiletries inside of these 2, so I know exactly where they are every time I travel. You can fit a ton of clothes, gear, and equipment inside of here, but I do like this main compartment one because it locks, and you can also put a lot of stuff in here. Now let's talk about the side pockets. Don't get me wrong, I love everything about this bag, almost. It would be perfect if it wasn't for the side pockets. After using the Tumi and having pockets that run the full length, that open from the top and zip all the way down, I feel like the side pockets on here just fell short. They could have been done in a way that would mimic and mirror the Tumi, but it's just the only criticism I have about this bag is essentially the side pockets. You can put stuff in them. They do open towards you, so as a security measure, no one can come up and unzip them from behind. You have to zip them right here, and you can reach around and grab stuff out of them. But the zipper opening is pretty small, so it makes it a little frustrating to get things in and out, such as a MacBook charger. It will fit inside of here, but it's a little bit of a tight squeeze to get it in there, and that's the only thing you can fit in one pocket. The pockets are good for small things, like maybe some USBs, maybe a couple of hard drives, something like that. If they were able to take, let's say, this mesh strap and just secure it right here on the edge, and then run the pocket all the way up right below the shoulder clip, and then just have it just like the Tumi, where it zips from the top open and goes all the way down you could fit a water bottle inside of it. Because right now, the only option on this bag is to either clip a water bottle to the outside or to put a water bottle inside the bag, which then you're flirting with danger because you're putting something filled with liquid in the same pocket with all of your precious gear. So Mono, if you're listening, please re-release this bag and just make these side pockets run the entire length of the bag all the way up to the shoulder strap clip. Make them zip from the top all the way down. It can still open on the inside. Just make it open from the top all the way down so you can open it all the way up. Put a water bottle in it, and then just take the idea from Tumi and put a waterproof liner in one of the pockets with a little drain hole at the bottom. This would be the perfect bag in that scenario. So, is it worth $300? That's up for you ultimately to decide based on your needs. For my needs, I think it is worth $300. I can load so much stuff in here. I can go on a couple week-long trip and bring gear with me and enough clothes to last. And it's extremely comfortable. The back panning has a huge air channel on it that allows so your back doesn't really get sweaty. So yes, this bag is worth $300. Is it perfect? Almost. But I think it's as best as it gets right now on the market. So in the comments below, let me know what backpack you're using. What do you like about it? What are the key features you'd like to see in a future backpack? Because who knows, maybe we could collect a sheet of requests and send it over to an amazing company like Mono Creators, and they might implement some of those, and we might get the ultimate, perfect, no questions asked backpack. Thank you so much for your time. I'm That Dude Stu. Make sure you click subscribe, like, and follow at the bottom. And also in the comments, let me know what sort of videos you would like to see. I plan on doing a couple of gear reviews. I'm gonna do a tour of the studio that we just finished building out, go over my workflow, go over what kind of gear I use. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate your time and attention. And on that note, go make something cool.